Okay, I'm definitely going to regret making this video, but today I want to actually dig into an internet conspiracy theory that I've seen going around for the last week that is just so insane that it is downright hilarious. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and obviously, just a bit ago we officially got the Sonic movie trailer. It gave us an in-depth look as to the characters, the motivations, the general story that was going down, and quite obviously, people pretty much hated it. People were shocked by how bad Sonic looked. It seemed like the only majorly awesome aspect was possibly Dr. Robotnik himself, and it seemed like, in general, people were not exactly thrilled. But what happened after this is actually the crazy part, which is that many of the people behind this project, including the director himself, came out and apologized and said that they're going to try and fix the CG of Sonic before release. Now, this is something that is completely unprecedented and basically makes the entire story a lot more interesting because I don't think I've ever heard of a CG character being switched so last minute. Well, most of us just moved on. We thought, that's interesting, I can't wait to see what it looks like in November. Well, there is a certain subset of the internet who for some reason has now been obsessed with this trailer, and many of them have actually come up with the theory that it was fake. That they spent millions and millions of dollars creating a fictitious trailer in order to try and get up more publicity. Now, I just want to read one of this because I see this comment all over the place. I mean, clearly there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that believe this, well, this insanity. So I just want to read one of these because I want to show you that I'm not making this up. This is a real thing that people are saying all over the place. Okay, I'm just going to read this directly word for word because it is just so freaking out there. Sonic was never intended to look how he does in the original trailer for the final movie. It is a ploy by the studios to generate more attention for the movie than it would receive with a normal launch. Controversy causes far more stories in far more places than the traditional method of trying to influence positively the direct audience base in places they frequent. Because of the controversy, now the news to the Sonic movie being released is far more spread in places where people who aren't fans of Sonic frequent, potentially convincing them to go see the movie. It also allows the studio to look good by seeming to listen to fan feedback. You all said it sucks, so we listened, so now we're the good guys because we actually listen, support us with your money. The whole thing is a contrived marketing scheme because we're living in an outrage culture currency, and drama and outrage generates far more views in far more places than trying to persuade people by telling them something is going to be good. Wake up, people. We're all being heavily manipulated on a daily basis, especially by the entertainment media industry. Now, okay, obviously, this is some tinfoil hat stuff, but let me just try and explain this to you in the most serious way possible. The real world isn't the internet. Now, what I mean by that is, this is somebody who does not understand film at all. This is a person who thinks the internet is real life. So basically, this movie costs hundreds of millions of dollars to create. They got big scriptwriters, they got animators, they got all sorts of stuff like that, all to obviously make this movie from scratch to completion. Here's the thing. The world doesn't actually go to that many websites. Most people actually don't go on the internet other than to maybe just send a few tweets or look at a couple memes. They go on Facebook to talk to their grandkids, and that's it. Most people are not heavy internet users. The people who believe stuff like this are the people who very much live on the internet. Now, I'm not even saying that there's anything wrong with that style of life. I mean, I spend a ton of time on the internet making videos, playing games online, and just trying to beat people on Switch stuff over the internet. I mean, that's kind of my hobby, it's kind of my life, it's kind of everything I do. But I'm also able to take a step back, walk outside, and realize that the day-to-day people are not actually reading IGN. The day-to-day people are not studying Kotaku.com reporting and worrying about what does Kotaku think. Now, let me take this one step further. this movie is actually going to cost them a bunch in lost money. That trailer does not just exist on the internet. Yesterday I went and saw Detective Pikachu, and while I was in the theater, it wasn't particularly packed, but they actually showed the Sonic movie trailer before it. Hundreds of people every single minute right now are seeing the Sonic movie trailer, and a lot of them are just random normies. They just happen to be sitting there, they watch it and go, what the hell was that? Like literally, while I was in the movie house, me and my fiance were just sitting there, and we could hear people all around us uncomfortable by just how bad Sonic looked. These people are not going to do any more research. They're not going to go searching for tweets. They're not going to go watching reaction videos. Those people see the trailer and go, there is no way in hell I'm watching that. These people are never going to see the movie. Even if when it starts to come out later on and they start to release new looks at how Sonic is going to be, these people probably aren't going to change their minds. A bad first impression stays a bad first impression. This is basically like a conspiracy theory of people saying, you know what, they launched Fallout 76 broken so that they could patch it later on and look like the heroes. No, that's not how people think. They did not release the game broken on purpose. They thought it was good. They thought that the Sonic movie trailer was great. And obviously, they were very, very wrong. Now, a second part of this conspiracy theory that I see a lot is people being like, okay, bro, let me just pitch this. You actually only see Sonic in a couple scenes. Maybe they're actually working on all the CG of all this other stuff, and he was already gonna look better, but they just showed the scenes where he looks worst. Well, that again is just crazy talk. So let's just pretend for a second that perhaps that might be at least 20% correct. Maybe they really did just handpicked particular shots that they had finished, and that's what they put in the trailer, and some of them are bad. Now, that's not exactly a good thing. That is a bad thing. And I also think that people trying to pretend that they selected these to be the worst on purpose is, again, just so weird to me. Okay, animated movies take a long time to create, and I'm actually somebody who was leaked the Sonic trailer back in February. And when I saw him in February, he still looked like this. Sonic looked the same, and at that point, the CG was very far from finished. Are you telling me that they had hundreds of different animators stopping work on the main project to create a fake project, an artificial trailer that took months and months to create in order to trick people while other animators were working on the real movie in hopes that it creates more tickets? Don't you realize that that is insanity? Okay, let's face it, we gotta bring up Occam's razor. So if you've never heard it, it's basically the anecdote that the easiest answer is most likely right. Why are they trying to create fake trailers to get extra clicks on news websites from people who are already probably going to see the movie? The guys go into stuff like Tails' channel is obviously like a really big Sonic YouTube channel. These guys have been very heavily covering all the Sonic news. The people who are watching that content were already going to see the Sonic movie. They were already going to watch it, even if the trailer was a 45-second fart. If it was literally just Sonic going and letting out a 45-second fart and nothing else, these people still would have watched it because they're diehard Sonic fans. They're obsessed with Sonic news. They like Sonic games. They play it. They read the Sonic comic books. Those people do not even need to see a trailer. Trailers are for the people on the fence. Casual audiences, moms and dads. If I am a 45-year-old man who's getting off work and I take my kid to go see a film and right before it this horrible, hideous-looking hedgehog on screen is like, hey, I gotta go fast! I'm not taking my kid to see that. Hell no. So to try and actually connect these shoestring dots and pretend that somehow this was used to try and drum up more stuff, you gotta realize that you are being misled by yourself. You are trying to create magic where there is no magic. It's just the basic truth that the movie is bad, and that's okay. They're trying to fix it. Dr. Robotnik is probably going to be awesome. Sonic is probably still going to be a little bit of a nightmare. But still, whether you love it or whether you hate it, it's just another movie. You can watch it and you can move on. It doesn't have to be great. It might not even make any money. Who freaking knows? But to act like there is this huge, perfect, ultimate 4D chess game of all the masters of Paramount perfectly concocting this master plan in order to make make $1 billion off Sonic is crazy talk. I was actually going to film this video in a tinfoil hat as a joke, but I don't even own any aluminum foil right now. But just picture me wearing that. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. What do you think of this? Do you actually believe that there could be, in some way, a theoretical trailer that's fake? Have you ever heard of anything like this? Or is this conspiracy theory as crazy as to you as it is to me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Oh man, this felt good to get off my chest. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.